A common family problem. Husband irritable, children off their food. They need Akta-Vite. Akta-Vite is widely prescribed as a beneficial health drink, and only chemists may stock it. Each dose contains in their correct medical balance these vitamins so essential to your good health. You'll soon see how good Akta-Vite is for your family. Start tomorrow. Ask your chemist for Akta-Vite.
Oh, there goes your ABC editorial policy. You know, when I first came to Australia, I remember my mother took me to the interview at the school, which was, just to find out how old you were, what you knew. Your mum takes you to school. And on the first day, there was a discussion with the headmistress about, diet and stuff like that. And my mother was asked, do you take any supplements? And my mother quite rightly said, no, we have a perfectly balanced meal. I mean, look at me. And the teacher, the headmistress, literally wrote down on a piece of paper, won't give child Akta-Vite. So that must have been a very powerful campaign in its time. Sophie Paterson is from the Nicholas family that started the pharmaceutical company that made both Aspro, which is where they made all their money, and Akta-Vite. And Akta-Vite's back. Good morning, Sophie.
Good morning, Red. How are you this morning?
Congratulations, you've bought back the farm.
I know, it's very exciting. After all these things in the news with overseas buying of companies, it's nice to see something stick with the Aussies.
Who bought Akta-Vite and when did it go off the market?
We sold Akta-Vite in the 80s when it got sold as a big package from Nicholas and Aspro, and everything got included in that on the sale to Sarah Lee. Mm-hmm. And then Sarah Lee sold Akta-Vite as an individual company to the Martin Group, where it's been sitting for about the last 20 years. It actually has been on the shelves consistently in Coles and Woolworths.
Oh, has it?
But just hasn't really sort of been a brand that's been really pushed or reinvigorated. So, we bought it this year to try and invigorate it for the next generation of Australians.
So, and the happy part of the story is you sold it for billions and you got it back for a peppercorn.
No, we actually didn't. It's worth billions now, but or Aspro is anyway, but not then it wasn't.
Is that true, what that ad said, that it can only be prescribed by, well, it's not really prescribed, is it, by doctors, but you can only get it at chemists. Was
when it came out in 1943. It was originally prescribed and sent over to the soldiers in the war as a nutritional supplement, and especially for the elderly, sick and children. You could originally only buy it in pharmacies.
I don't want to sort of burst your balloon, but it's just powdered milk, isn't it?
No, there's a really good mix of minerals and vitamins in it. So you've got all your vitamins, B, C, D, calcium, iron, folic acid, potassium. So it's a really good, it's actually better than having a multivitamin each day. And then you've got the cocoa and the sugar to flavour it.
But hang on, is it like cornflakes, where a bowl of cornflakes is enormously nutritious, and you take the cornflakes away and leave the milk, and it's enormously nutritious?
Well, Akta-Vite definitely tastes good, so a lot of people think it's a nice treat. But you are doing some good for you at the same time.
Do you hate Milo? Does it make you rich?
Well, you know what? When I grew up, there was always that Akta-Vite versus Milo war, and people and families, and people still talk about it today. I've had this sort of the last week. Our house was an Akta-Vite house, and
two sorts of people in the world.
And then other people saying, "Oh no, my mum only bought Milo." So no, we had Akta-Vite growing up, of course, because we're sort of the Akta-Vite family. But no, look, I don't mind Milo. It's nice, but it doesn't mix as well as Akta-Vite.
I sort of remember, there was one that actually dissolved in the milk more easily. I'm pretty sure it was Akta-Vite.
Akta-Vite didn't mix very well, I remember, when we were growing up. But the actual mixability of it is much better now. It actually mixes, if you make it into a nice frothy hot chocolate, it's beautiful. Not that I'm supposed to be selling it on your program.
Oh, no,
Of
I'm thinking, here goes the ABC editorial policy. I'll have to have some boring meeting for half an hour at the end of this with management. So
Oh, God, have a glass of
please
Akta-Vite.
explain. You send them free tins. That'll really set the building on fire. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Well, it is kind of a nice story that the evil Sara Lee company bought it and you bought it back.
Oh, it's great. And it's all made locally in Melbourne, all Australian-owned and made. It's the only product actually in the market. If you look at Milo and Ovaltine, they're all foreign-owned these days. There's nothing else on that shelf that is Australian-owned.
And of course, with the business of Chinese tourists coming here and buying powdered milk for children, it's only a matter of time before this just goes berserk once they hear about Akta-Vite.
Yeah, we'd like to get it back into the market overseas. Well, actually, it's never been really sold overseas, apart from a couple of places in Asia. It'd be a great product. So it's always been an iconic Australian product. It'd be great to see it sold overseas.
All right, well, congratulations, and this will probably cost me my job, but it's kind of a good news story.
It is a good news story. We're very excited.
Thank you, Sophie.
Okay, thanks, Red.
Sophie Paterson, a descendant of the Nicholas family, who've brought back the iconic brand that